Do do do.
Hey, Wooly, you look great. You look sleepy.
Fuck off! I'm tweeting.
We're doing the video now.
Fuck off! I'm tweeting.
You're tweeting the photo of you looking sleepy?
I'm tweeting.
Yeah? Are you just going to be tweeting? Wooly, we need to check our choices. Because we don't remember what happened.
Fuck off! I'm
So-
tweeting.
We let Ruben get a black eye. And we also went to save Lucas from the Iron Golem. And we helped Petra. And we let Lucas leave the shelter. Remember that?
Who?
Yep. So what probably my favorite thing about this choices menu is that it shows that chapter 2 had 2 choices, and it's whether or not you shot something with a bow and what name you went by, and that was it. The rest was all autopilot. And then we helped our friends, and we followed Lucas, and then we didn't high-five Ruben. Remember that? You remember that? Okay, that's good. All right, let's play.
You know,
Now, hey, listen.
we recorded probably the best thing we could have prior to doing this.
Yeah. And now we're going to one up it. So remember, when we started doing this, it was like, haha, funny jokes. There was the Order of the Stone, and Assembly Required, and Last Place You Look, and then A Block and Hard Place, and then there was Order Up,
And
right?
then it was like, oh, that's
And then I was like, okay,
That's
well,
all.
we can do that. And then they were like, no, you get this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get this one.
And don't forget about...
And then you get this one.
Yep.
And all 3 of these is the characters just in front of fucking portals.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's funny.
Well, guess what? That's all that people fucking... The stupid kids watch.
Hey,
That's
man,
all
let's
that
let's
people
get in. Hey, stupid kids.
watch. When's that Minecraft movie coming out? What happened to
I don't
that? Isn't that a thing? A film?
I don't fucking...
Okay, well... Anyway, so...
I don't remember
We recorded... Shut up. We recorded Salty Bet. And
just now.
we did it Salty Bet for Sips. And that's a pretty good primer
Yeah.
to kill 2 hours.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you're new to the channel
Yeah.
and you've never watched the Minecraft LP,
Go watch a different video first.
and then keep doing that.
Yeah.
You should actually keep doing that.
Do you think even if we like? Do you think does this get better views than Dugan Grandpa?
Oh God, I never.
What's the other one? Bad one? Was I in it? Yeah, Walking Dead season 2. Yeah, but people watch that.
No,
they
people
hated it.
People hate watch that. Danganronpa was was just unfortunate, but
You got to kill all those kids, man.
yeah.
I vaguely remember this.
I remember
Is that
none
is
of
that is that
That's
fucking?
all I remember is Lee was in this.
Is that the professor from Futurama?
Farnsworth. That's not Farnsworth.
I don't know. It sounds like a Farnsworth.
That doesn't.
I remember
even-
Patton Oswalt was there.
Yeah, he got paid. That was sad.
Yeah, he's still getting paid.
Just like, okay, here we go. Minecraft or Lego movie or Emoji Movie. Because Minecraft kills the soul, but like
Minecraft.
Emoji Movie.
Okay, here's how I see it. They're both soulless corporate cash-ins, right? I'm just gonna see if I can. Oh wow, I didn't do that. We're gonna. This is the fail through. Remember?
Yes. Well, you shouldn't have done that.
I didn't do that.
Okay, good.
I didn't do anything.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Minecraft wins simply because the main problem with most of Minecraft is just that its target demographic means it doesn't have to be put effort into what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
You can be pretty lazy about that. Whereas the Emoji Movie just doesn't even understand what it's trying to do.
Here's my logic on why Minecraft is better than Emoji Movie. Minecraft has value.
Yes.
There is value on this earth
Yeah.
to Minecraft. It is a game that people play and many have enjoyed. I got it for my nephew, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Emojis, they have no value. In fact, emoticons are superior to emojis.
There you go.
And those are
Absolutely.
made entirely out of text.
Yep, 100%.
And they're cuter.
Yep, I agree. You don't have to deal with someone's art interpretation on it. It's just the text. I think
the winky face with the tilde is a better winky face.
I think the anything that ends with the what is it? Capital B?
Yeah.
Bucktooth? Like,
Yeah.
I like that face.
I'm so glad I'm not making any of these choices.
So, the problem, though, I mean, besides the obvious, if anything, like the issue with Minecraft is more that it's not our taste, but it's fine.
Yes.
This is what certain kids need and enjoy, and that is fine.
Well, it's just video game Legos, man.
But it's not what I'm into, because I loved Legos as a kid and all that, so I get it.
How long is this going to give me?
But yeah, the Emoji Movie itself,
I refuse.
then he's just gonna get on by himself. There you go.
Yeah, nailed it.
But the Emoji Movie represents people looking.
You must have seen it, right?
No, but the Lego Movie, right?
Yeah.
And the Wreck-It Ralph were good examples of things people care about being put together in this kind of like Marvel versus Capcom way.
Yes.
Of like, oh fuck, hey cool, there's that
I
thing.
really like Wreck-It Ralph, and I actually really like the explanation of why Mario is not in that game. Not in that movie. Ooh, good mistake to make, actually. But
isn't it because Ralph and such like represent that game?
No, actually. So Sonic's in it, and Sonic's got a little PSA in the
Princess
background.
is in it. Peach is there.
So the deal with Mario is, wow, I'm super not doing anything. The thing with Mario is listen, we have Nintendo characters in the game, like in the movie, right?
Peach is there.
We talked to Nintendo, we got the clearance, they were cool with it, right? But we didn't put Mario into Wreck-It Ralph because Mario is too big. If we put Mario in, he would straight up overshadow our main
the entire
characters.
movie. Yeah, okay.
Especially considering the similarities between Ralph and Fix-a-Felix. So they're like, maybe for the sequel as like
a major character.
The major other character.
Yeah,
but that would require a lot more stuff to do with Nintendo.
100%.
Like, it would be weird for Mario to show up as a cameo, considering he's the most important character ever.
Yeah,
he's bigger than me. The explanation they gave is like, well, you put Mickey Mouse in your fucking movie as a cameo character that says 3 things and then leaves.
And it's like, what the fuck?
It's fucking Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
Well, I super don't need to do this.
Oh, you probably need to do that, though.
I probably need to do that one. So I love finding out which ones matter and which ones don't,
because it's about 10% of them.
Yeah, man. So
especially the ones that look the worst are the ones where it like the same thing happens either way. So here you took damage, right?
Yeah.
And here you take damage.
No damage.
Or the horse takes a hit. But then there's a jump, right? Where it's like it just does it.
That was all me. I did those.
You did those.
I'm gonna assume that one was important.
There was a hole in the ground one where
he just
ran forward past the hole in the ground. Anyway. So yeah, TJ Miller, Patton Oswalt, you guys got your paychecks. I understand.
I would love a paycheck to be in a movie like this.
Notch got his paycheck.
Notch got the biggest paycheck.
He showed it to Jay-Z through the window, jealously staring at his house.
Oh, guys, whatever.
You know what? I'm just going to close my eyes.
Yeah, you're just close my eyes?
I'm just going to close my eyes.
Oh, make it yourselves, you little bastards. Make it yourselves, you little fucks. Fucking do it.
But yeah, I guess I was trying to tell people that don't know what this is showing up on the schedule.
Yeah.
About. Well, I think you kind of get it by now. If you haven't figured out what this is, then you should.
Are we gonna do the whole sequence over now?
Oh, did something happen?
Are you serious? Yeah, we got killed.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
I guess I gotta play the game.
Oh no,
these make no difference. That was fun. Ugh. That is a Patton Oswalt right there. That's a Patton Oswalt special. I still think these are better than that last episode of The Walking Dead that we played.
So anyway,
That's astonishing.
so you think I should watch Ghostbusters before I watch the Plinkett review?
Absolutely.
Because I haven't watched Ghostbusters, and I'm wondering if I should watch it and then see the review.
You should watch it,
just for the context.
and
of
you
how
should
bad.
you should not watch the review immediately afterwards.
No.
Right? You should give it like a day, so that you have times for your own personal thoughts to percolate.
Because again, like like you mentioned earlier, like I did see Baby's Day Out as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone also saw Baby's Day Out as a kid. I think it played a lot on like Fox or something.
No, I saw it in theaters.
Wow, I saw it on the TV much later. It's a good movie. It's fun.
I think I saw it in Grenada.
It's legitimately a fun little baby movie. I like it.
Or either Baby's Day Out or Baby Geniuses.
Okay, these are different, man.
No, I know.
Baby's Day Out is just a Looney Tunes skit.
I know, but Baby Geniuses is the one where they're talking.
Yeah, fuck that. Babies can't fucking talk.
Well, in Baby Geniuses they can. It's the whole thing is like when you get old enough to learn how to talk, then you actually become stupid, like a baby. But when you're first born, you're brilliant, is the story. So I think it's like a year in or 2 years in when you start to as soon as you form your first word, all your genius brain stuff goes away. It's based on a dumb theory.
Yeah.
Bored people come up with bored things.
Oh, yeah.
And back before the internet, they had nowhere to put them.
Does the baby genius fuel the time cube?
I mean, look. The same people came up with shit to say, if you step over my baby, he's going to stop growing, so you better not step over him.
I've never heard that one.
Superstitions.
We're just making fun of that. Like fucking, there's a bird in the house, someone's going to die.
Everyone's dead because you dreamed that your teeth were falling out.
Holy shit! I just realized how fucking bafflingly stupid that superstition was by my mom. So my mom, when I was like 3 or 4, right? Mm-hmm. A bird got into the house.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And her and my grandmother became convinced that was going to cause a death in the family.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And then a couple weeks later, my great uncle Edward died.
Yep.
And they were, it's because we let the bird in the house.
That's the reason.
Right? And it's like the fact that great uncle Edward was like 89, 90, 91 years old
had nothing
to do with it. But then I realized my mom kept a pet bird for most of my young life. Budgies, usually, right? And
so
she loved those
it's
things.
not that kind of bird.
And it's like, that's a bird in the house.
No, it's not that kind of bird.
And by the way, it wasn't a crow that got into our house either.
Yeah, no,
if it was a crow, crows are, they're portents of death.
Well, can we break this down in a way that usually we don't? Because that's the thing is let's really get into this now. So the concept of a house is just a building that you live in.
Wow, you're breaking it down farther than I expected.
And if an animal happens to wander from its natural habitat outside your window, a few feet to the left, inside of the window of this place that's protecting you from the rain,
it creates a DNA-locked death field.
That's the problem for me. Is anytime something sounds pretty stupid, I zoom out as far as possible to maximize how dumb it looks, and it becomes the most insane babbling bullshit.
Because it has to be a family member, right? It has to be a family, so it has to be DNA or familial locked.
Yeah.
But I mean, great Uncle Edward, he lived like, 30, 40 kilometers from us. And some of our other relatives, they lived out in Toronto or fucking Nova Scotia. That means the field
extends.
Unless it's like chain lightning.
Well, what if the bird flies into the house on the day that you're moving out? If it's not your house anymore, someone else signed the lease, but your stuff is still in there.
Okay.
So I bought the lease. I signed it. It's my house now.
Yeah.
But you're moving your stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's all moving into the trucks, and then a bird flies in.
All right. What if the bird flies in as you're moving out, and he crosses the threshold just as you leave? So you're actually in the clear, right?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking this phone call.
You're gonna take a phone call?
Hey, I'm recording right now. Unfortunately, I don't think I can have a full conversation.
Yeah,
But this is on mic. What's up?
yeah. Don't say horrible things. Who are you talking to? Oh, this is awkward.
Okay, well, I'm in the middle of recording right now.
Like right now, it's kind of shocking that he took the phone call at all.
All right. Goodbye. You can text me though.
Yeah, you can text him all you want. Who was that?
All right. All good.
Was that important?
I'm having mom over for dinner,
Oh, that's nice.
and we're doing some groceries,
Oh, that's sweet.
trying to figure out what she eats because she eats weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're vegetarian, vegan stuff. Not vegan stuff, vegetarian stuff.
I need to dial back to the idiocy meter. What if the death field off the bird, instead of being a field, right? Instead it's a family tree style form of chain lightning in which every time the lightning hits you, it's invisible lightning by the way, you roll a death check.
And if it doesn't affect you,
Then it bounces back
to the next person
until
someone dies.
now granted this form of death chain lightning can take anywhere from 0 to infinity years for somebody to fail the death check.
Yeah.
So, you know, know.
Now some malevolent god had to come up with a spell
Yeah.
to make that.
It's like out of a one, you have to roll a 1 on you have to have a critical failure on the D20
That's the
in order to die, but you're dead.
Did you know that amongst the top 10 most highest? Oh god!
Wow. You got your blankie and your sunglasses in the dark room and you're going to sleep.
All right.
So what do I know?
The top 10 groups with the highest life expectancy
Yeah.
on the planet
Yeah.
include Seventh-day Adventists because of their diet.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, it's super restrictive, and it's like you can do what you want, but they tend to be like, you should eat.
It's a form of extreme kosherism.
You should eat clean stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And that makes a lot of sense. But like, some people go more extreme with it and just go like, yeah, don't even bother with the meat. The meat's okay, but you don't even bother with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And unfortunately, and that's what like mom's doing. But then we're gonna like fry up some big steaks.
Yeah.
So like, I feel kind of weird sometimes when we're like eating these big bloody steaks at the same time.
Yeah.
As like this tofu thing.
Yeah.
But probably
that's weird.
I probably shouldn't.
So here's the only thing you can feel weird about like that is if you're dining with a vegetarian or vegan that's doing so for like moral reasons.
And they're like, oh man. Oh,
and
geez.
like they may not necessarily say anything, they may be too polite, right?
Yeah.
But like that's still weird, right?
Yeah, well, if the person is kind of like, exactly, if they're upset at the idea of your meat.
I mean, like let's switch it around a bit. Let's say we live in a world in which cannibalism is technically legal but frowned upon.
Got it.
And I'm having dinner with you, and I just pull out like a whole baby,
Okay.
and just start chowing down.
Right.
And like, that's weird.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, at the same time, it would be like, well, you can go to somewhere where they actually serve dog, for example. And as much as people like, here's the thing: as much as it's like like there's fucked up jokes and all that, like there legitimately are places that do serve dog.
They're like cattle dog.
Yes,
like it's a type of dog that you raise for meat.
Yeah, Ari Shafir talks about going to a bunch of countries where they're like, no, that's dog meat right there on the menu.
Yeah, that's a dog.
That's normal. So it's not like an ignorant, dumb, stereotypical thing to say.
The real trap
it's like, it's legit.
I become upset when you say that.
Yeah.
Because of my internal heart.
Exactly.
But the reason I do that is because dogs are loving and friendly and smart and loyal. And then I'm like, oh, but pigs are too.
Yeah, sure.
Pigs are adorable.
Of course.
And
chickens can be really fun pets.
Really smart, actually.
Yeah.
Pigs are much smarter than dogs.
You can have a good time with a pig. You can have a good time with a chicken.
Yep.
You can have a good time with a cow.
You ever see cows sitting around like dogs? Like their feet between their legs?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
That's hilarious.
So, all that to say is it's just your arbitrary choice of what animals matter.
So let me make let me make a modest proposal
to
you.
Okay.
Okay. So we've established that The eating of meat is separate from morality.
Yes.
So what about them babies?
Gross.
Have you ever read Moss Proposal?
I have.
It's great.
I have. And I'm aware of how and
What
where
about
that goes.
that veal long pig?
But here's but I mean, like, if you were to take out if you were to just like put aside the abject horror of the nature of what you're asking,
Yeah, that's right.
and just get down to brass tacks, it's like, yeah, well,
feasibility.
that could be a really cool person that you're eating,
Yeah.
and that would suck.
Yeah, it could be Jesus.
Like, what if money was delicious? You know,
I'd eat it.
but then you wouldn't have it,
Yeah, I know.
so that would be the problem.
Well, I guess I'd be dead then.
I guess so. Also, what if you got eaten? You wouldn't like that.
No, that's why it's my responsibility to make my body as disgusting as possible.
You know, there's a lot of problems with eating the baby.
Yeah.
Besides the obvious, is all I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. I don't know. I think we're doing a bad job.
Like you and me, or like humans?
I think. Oof. Wow.
Like, think about it. Think about it.
No.
Humans are doing okay, but we're doing a bad job.
Yeah.
I don't
mean, we could be in a lot worse of a situation right now.
I think I'm doing all right.
And like, we got the internet, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the internet's cool.
Internet lets us, like, we can have a couple decades of bullshit because the internet kind of like,
It has enough porn to distract us.
oh yeah, the internet's a big one. The internet's a big
I do
push.
like that internet.
Imagine if we invented the internet before like other modern contrivances.
Okay, how far back are we talking?
Industrial Revolution.
Okay, you're talking the internet comes along with the Industrial Revolution.
It comes along with like the telephone.
Simultaneous.
So even before that.
Okay. So it predates like cars.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like we go from like letters and telegrams to like, you know, and Morse code and stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you right now. You think we're isolated now? Think about how isolated people would be in which hanging out with somebody carried a risk of death 100% of the time. Hey, you want to go hang out with your aunt? Okay, 3 days ride.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm talking about.
3 days ride, plague, food,
Yeah, Plague's out there
dysentery.
eating babies. He's like,
There would be really no good reason to leave your home.
yeah, no, ever.
Like, why would you go to LA? Why would you do
Oh,
that?
especially in that era? Like what? Get the fucking plague or some shit? From LA?
Unless Steven Steele proposes the steel ball run, I am not crossing the great American land.
Although in hindsight, it is pretty cool that you could go somewhere and nobody would know what it is.
There's that. There's also the fact that like your horse is doing all the work, really.
Yeah. And then you get all like fucked up in your dick because riding a horse sucks.
Oh man, well you got to saddle that shit, dude.
You still get all fucked up.
You do, but
saddle
you get
sores are the worst.
But you get significantly less fucked up if you have a saddle.
Yeah.
You ever rode a horse?
No. Yes. Yes, I have.
I like how dismissively you said it until you remembered that you actually did.
I also rode an elephant.
Sure.
Yeah, at the park safari in Granby.
Was it a close call?
What do you mean?
Would the elephant get scared?
No. Oh, because I'm a mouse?
Something like that.
That's
It was a half. I
was terrible.
I was forming it.
No, I have stories of fucking Granby Zoo, but they're none
Yeah,
about
but
an elephant.
fuck that. Did you ride a horse for real, or did you like baby ride a horse?
I baby rode a horse.
Ah, fuck that.
What, did you ride a horse for real?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
What, were you chasing after the Cutlass guy?
In Grenada,
You part of the Rough Riders?
the field down the street from where I lived would had a guy that had horses, and he'd bring them up there every weekend.
Yeah.
And he'd give kids lessons on
Yeah.
how to ride a horse, and it was pretty fun. And we all remember like enjoying it and taking it for little trots and learning how to gallop. And then one day, the one thing that the guy always says to everybody is don't stand behind the horse. And then one day a girl stood behind the horse. And he literally couldn't say it any more than he said it to people to not do it. But there's always going to be somebody who wins a Darwin Award.
Wait, Darwin Award? Seriously?
No.
Okay.
But it was really bad.
I can imagine.
It was really, really bad. In fact, I don't know how she ended up.
Oh! That story ends with I don't know what happened?
She went to the hospital.
And you never saw her.
It was really bad, and I never saw or heard of her again.
So don't stand behind the horse.
Do not. He said it to the point that it was annoying, and she still did it. It baffles my mind so hard.
It's like I remember in shop class, in fucking high school, right?
Yeah.
And you're soldering things.
Yeah. Or running the bandsaw.
Like every 5 minutes. Like the teacher, I forget what his name was, is really old. Just like, watch your hands. Don't put your hands near the blade. Solder with your hands at the edges of the board, right? Yeah. Just over and over and over.
Yeah.
And people got fucked up all the time. All the time.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, I soldered a little bit of metal to my hand.
Wow.
Because I just wasn't I wasn't thinking, right? Just a little, just a small burn, but right? And I went, ah!
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why you watch your hand. And like, one kid always is a fucking idiot with the bandsaw.
Yeah. The bandsaw, the jigsaw.
Bandsaw to me is the most like fucking accident prone of them
because
all.
You just slide right in.
Yeah,
you slide right in and you don't even feel it.
I mean, I'm not particularly handy. Like I've helped my dad build a couple things in my youth and did chores, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I learned to be handy when I started building sticks.
Yeah, sure, right? And I'm a little more handy with electronics because I've fucked around on the internals, right?
Yeah, I built a computer. Computer. Yeah, we all did that.
Dad taught me something really important when you're using the bandsaw.
Yep.
And that is, okay, you're going to be cutting wood with a bandsaw, right? What that means is that you have a shit ton of spare wood all over the place because you're cutting it, right? Draw your line. Hold your hand on the side and use another piece of wood to push it through.
Of course.
Never, unless you're like a master fucking carpenter, use your hands to push the whole thing through.
There's no reason for it.
You're begging to get your thumb sawed off.
There's no reason for it.
And he told me that, and then I went back to the house, before my folks moved out to a new place because they retired. And Dad's making some bullshit in the backyard, and I watch him doing exactly what he always taught me not to do. And he cut himself.
There you go. Yeah. No.
And he almost cut 2 of his fingers all the way off doing it. And I'm like, Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've done this a million times. Like, no, you're ignoring the real core of the lesson.
Yeah. Do.